Hey you guys, PJD here. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be a very quick Black Friday get this not that video because I wasn't even expecting that I would be able to do this video this year, but then I found this little pocket of time, so I'm able to put something out. Hopefully I can get it edited in time. But anyhow, this is just going to be a quick thing, kind of an overview of some of the products that I've been using and testing and things that I've enjoyed or have not enjoyed. And I'll just make a couple of recommendations or just share my thoughts with you. I would love to hear the things that you're interested in picking up this Black Friday, maybe in the comment section. I can say that I have a very, very short Black Friday list. Hardly anything at all is on that list. Some of the things that I purchased from last Black Friday simply didn't wow me. I'm not so thrilled about getting other things. I'm sure some brands are going to come out with some new items specifically for Black Friday, and that may get my interest piqued. So we'll see. I may end up purchasing more than I anticipate purchasing, but as of right now, I'm not super thrilled about many of the brands out there. It's just what it is. But I'll show you some of the things that I did get. I'm going to start it off with Ouaia. So I have the entire blue tansy line, and I have never smelled the blue tansy flower, but I'm assuming that it smells similar to this scent of this line because I've used in the past, years ago, Herbivore, which is a skincare brand sold through Sephora and I'm sure other places. They have a blue tansy mask, and that scent is similar, or it's reminiscent of the scent that I'm getting from this Ouaia line. So because they have similar scent profiles, I'm feeling that it's the blue tansy scent that is kind of dominating both of those products. It's more of a floral scent. I don't dig it. I'm not into floral scents. It's not really my jam, but you know, it doesn't linger for this Ouaia line, so I'm okay with it. It doesn't matter. Now, the first thing that I'm going to talk about here, and I'll just say that this entire line is designed to be for color treated and damaged hair. It says that it's kind of restorative. Some of the words that you may see associated with this product line: detox. You'll see gel for the shampoo. We'll get into that in a second. So that's really what you're kind of thinking of, a strengthening line. And sometimes when you think of a strengthening line, you think of a strengthening line that really breaks your hair down. It not in a negative way. I mean, stripping it of all the bad stuff so you're kind of getting that full reset. But I'll tell you why this line is kind of different, because it does leave something there. It doesn't like strip you bare. So interesting. So the first one is the shampoo, which is listed as a clarifying shampoo. And again, when you see clarifying, sometimes you think of your hair just being completely stripped. It's taking all the negative stuff out of your hair, but also pulling some of that moisture out and just bringing you back to square one. This particular one does not do that. While it is not a moisturizing shampoo, that's not its objective, it does clarify, but I feel like it gets all the gunk out of your hair, but still leaving some of that moisture behind. It still leaves your hair with some life. And yes, it does feel like it's kind of strengthened. So I feel like those elements are present in this clarifying shampoo. It's a good clarifying shampoo. I'm trying to show you the ingredient list right now. And again, blue tansy is not, it's definitely here. It's not in the top 5. Right, here we go, right there. Blue tansy, right? So it's not in the top 5, but it's also not at the bottom of the list. We have sea kelp in here. So yeah, so it has some nice ingredients all throughout this entire line. Hopefully you were able to catch that list. I know many people have expressed interest in this shampoo because they're interested in like this being labeled as a gel shampoo, and they've been saying, I've never used a gel shampoo before. What is that like? I'm excited to see a gel shampoo. I feel like that. And look, I don't know. I don't work for the company. I've never received PR from them or anything like that, but I feel like that was kind of like a term used for marketing purposes. Like, and I feel like they didn't even need to do that, because the shampoo itself, especially if you're thinking of your typical vision of a clarifying shampoo, you're thinking of clarifying, you're thinking of stripping. The fact that this alone doesn't do that can set itself apart from others. But you know, I guess when you're putting things on labels and boxes, you need some way to kind of catch people's eye. So the gel, so you would expect there to be some different type of shampoo formulation. I'm going to show you right now what it looks like. Just going to squirt a dollop. You can see it's running down my hand right now. This is not gel-like. I did squirt it next to some other shampoos, and I found it to be slightly thicker than some, but then thinner than others. So, for example, I can show you this Native brand. Native, you're probably familiar with them from making deodorants, but they also do body washes as well as shampoos and everything. And this particular one is from the strengthening line. Everything with the orange from Native is for the hair care is from their strengthening line. And I'm just going to show you the ingredient list on this. You can get this at Target for about $8. And this is more along the lines. Now, remember, this is your Blue Tansy line from Ouaia is all about strengthening. It's for color treated. It's for repairing and all of those things. So similarly, this strengthening shampoo, this is probably more along the lines of what you're used to when you think of something being strengthening. Like you may feel the strength, but it's not necessarily leaving you with the moisture, right? But the Blue Tansy shampoo leaves some moisture behind. So I think that's how it kind of differentiates itself from other shampoos within that same area of being clarifying, right? But I just want to show you the consistency thing since we're talking about the gel. Look at this. This dollop right here, which is not running down as quickly as the, of course I squirted that one first, but it's not running down as quickly, but maybe you can see just how it kind of sits on my hand right there. It's more of a, it's more, this right here is the native one. It's thicker. It's simply a thicker formulation. So that is more gel-like. Now, if I hold my hand from the side, you can barely see the Ouaia one, which is over here because it's kind of thinning out as it's running down. This one is still kind of sitting here from native. You can see it right there, right? Kind of say it has a thickness to it. So this one is more gel-like, if you will, than the Ouaia one. So that's why I was just pointing out if you were getting it solely because you were interested in this term gel. Don't worry about any of that. Just think of it as a regular shampoo. I don't think there's anything in the formulation that makes the consistency of it so wildly unique that you would purchase it just for that. But if you are interested in purchasing it, you are going to have very clean hair, but it is not going to feel stripped. It leaves some moisture behind, which is great. So I do like the shampoo. It's just for, and I'm going to have the price down below, for roughly, I think it was $22 or somewhere in that realm. I can still get that effect. Maybe not from the native one, because the native one is closer to the stripping side. It doesn't exactly strip, but it comes closer to the stripping side. For the shampoo, the conditioner is actually really nice from the orange strengthening line from native. But so it comes more to the stripping side. The Ouaia one does not, but still I can find the effects of the Ouaia shampoo through other shampoos that will cleanse my hair and leave some moisture behind, whether or not they have the word clarifying on the label. So I feel I can achieve the same goals at a cheaper price point. So that's why that would be a don't get this for me, for the Ouaia Blue Tansy shampoo. I wouldn't repurchase that because I could substitute a number of shampoos at a cheaper price point. Next up, we have the mask from this line. And I didn't mention, but both the shampoo and the conditioner, which I'm about to show you, are in 14-ounce bottles. This is a 16-ounce jar for the mask. And I'm going to show you the ingredients on here too, which also has bamboo in it. Now, the consistency of this particular mask is very much like, if you think of a clay, if you've ever used clay on your hair, typically those clays tell you to make sure that you can see the bamboo in there, extract vitamin E toward the bottom, sea kelp as well. It has quinoa in here, so yes, you are getting protein in this product and in other areas of the line as well. So if you're using a clay, a typical clay, they will usually tell you in the instructions to make sure that your hair is wet and then you apply it, because a clay can be kind of stiff, right? And as you're gliding it down your hair, if your hair isn't wet, it would be really hard to kind of integrate that clay into your hair because it's so thick and stiff. This, to me, the consistency, and I can hold it upside down, it's not going to come out. The consistency of this mask is very much like a clay, but a clay that has been mixed with oils. Think of a clay mix, and it does have oils in here, right? So a clay, and let me think of the first oil that is high up is castor seed oil. It has glycerin in here as well, which is in top 5, I believe. So this particular one is like a clay that has been mixed with oil, so it's broken down, so it's not as stiff. It's definitely a more malleable formula. Look at this. So I'm just gliding it down. As I was putting it on my hair, it was just so easy to run it through different sections. I could definitely feel it was like loosening up tangles. It's a very nice product. I appreciated the application. So I was wondering, okay, is this going to yeah, you can see it in there. Okay, you've seen the consistency shots, right? Or the view of this particular mask. But anyway, so I was saying, okay, this is going through my sections really easily. Again, much like a clay in terms of the appearance of it, but the feeling of it would be a clay mixed with oil. So I was able to get it through my sections easily, get tangles out, was able to do some detangling. I could see in some areas that it was trying to like define the hair or like the curl pattern or the texture of the hair was trying to bring that out. It was interesting. It was a nice experience. I enjoyed it. I knew that if I continued to use this and had the same experience, that this could be something that I would repurchase, and it certainly is. Even though my hair craves and needs moisture, there's still times when, you know, you need that hit of protein, and maybe not the strongest protein in the world, but you just want to add some strengthening elements back into it. You don't want your hair to become like mushy gushy and then it's not good. That's not a good place to be either, but my hair is always thirsty, but still I know it needs to be strengthened, right? So for me, this is a good balanced line where I do feel like my hair was detoxified. It felt strengthened afterward. And I'm going to tell you, because I did use this line both before and after a blow drying / flat ironing process. And I used it before because I said, okay, let me just kind of build up my hair a bit to kind of prepare itself for meeting a blow dryer, which I hadn't seen in quite some time. So I said, okay, let me do that before. And I really felt like I didn't have, and I'll talk more about this when I get to the blue tansy oil, but I didn't have unnecessary damage. Like, things felt good. I felt like it got my hair in a good place that it needed to be before I introduced heat to it. So it was nice. I feel like this did strengthen my hair. I like the product. I have used this more than once. You can see how much of the jar is gone. I do like it. I really like this product. I've already actually purchased another jar because it was on sale through the Sephora sale. And I don't exactly remember what the Ouaia Black Friday sale typically is, but I feel like it does not exceed 30%. I think it's more like, is it 20, 25, somewhere in that range, but it doesn't exceed 35 if my memory is correct. So anyway, I got it through the Sephora sale. I ended up doing that. Just threw it in a basket. So I have a backup of this. I do like that it feels strengthening and that I'm able to get through my hair quite easily with it, where some clays, even with my hair being wet, some clays don't always allow me to get through so easily. But this one, it was a breeze. So I enjoyed this. I like this. This is a get this for me. Now, I purchased the conditioner from this line. Again, same thing, saying it's, you know, to strengthen and repair your hair. That may be a little challenging to see with the sunlight there, but okay. So yeah, so I got this one specifically to see if you need both. I know some people love to do the conditioner and follow up with the mask. No, I don't. And typically in my collection, as I was throughout the years putting together like my best of lists, it became very clear to me that what I call conditioners, many people are just leaving in their mask category, their masks. I had been using for many years masks as like my traditional conditioner, because usually conditioners in a line are like useless for my hair. But in this case, I wanted to say, but I do own some conditioners, but you know, anyway. Let me stay on track. So this particular one, I wanted to see if you needed both. In my opinion, you do not. They are close in terms of performance, but let me tell you what I got from the conditioner. I'll show you the ingredients from the conditioner. The ingredient list is quite similar. Again, quinoa is in this one as well. Jojoba, castor seed oil is further down on the list. It's higher up on the mask and further down on the straight conditioner list. So that's something to take into your consideration as you're thinking through these products and what you may want to get. And you can see glycerin right there as the second item in the list right there. So again, slippery elm, a nice ingredient list. I am certainly not mad at the stuff that they have in here. Great. Let me just show you the consistency of this typical conditioner consistency. Not gonna work with me? Okay, yeah, right here. Yeah, just a creamy conditioner, totally fine. Nothing to see here. But I wanted to know, again, as I mentioned, do I need both of them? So what I did was I put, and I've of course used them both individually, just all over my head, but also there was a time when I put this on one side of my hair and I had the conditioner on the other side, and I was able to rake it through my hair quite easily on both sides. I felt like the mask one was more visible, like you could, again, because it's more clay-like, so it was clearly visible on my hair, as was the other one, because also I'm heavy-handed too, so I had a good amount of it. But that one seemed visibly to seep into my hair more. It was still visible, both of them were, but the conditioner seemed to seep into my hair more. This seemed like, oh, is it just sitting on top more, just in terms of appearance, because it looked heavier, but it's a heavier formulation, so obvious, right? But now the effects were that this one actually made my hair feel it. The conditioner and the mask did the same thing with my hair. The only difference was this did it to a slightly greater degree. So while it's in my hair even felt like, oh, my hair is going to be moisturized for both sides, the conditioner and the mask. It felt like that. And I was like, ooh, it's saying it's a protein thing, it's strengthening, but it's feeling like this is going to be a moisturizing product. That's what it felt like while it was in. When I washed them both out, they both lead me to the same conclusion that absolutely, without a doubt, I need to follow up with something, right? So it wasn't a product like, oh, my hair feels so moisturized and strengthened, I don't have to add in anything else. No, they both left me feeling like I needed to have a moisturizer, and that's fine, totally expected, because it's like a detox line, right? A strengthening line. It has protein in it, so all these things are expected. But when I washed it out, both sides, I knew I needed to follow up with something. It's just that if I'm going to say that this left me, and they both did, the conditioner and the mask, it left me with a measure of moisture. The more moisturized side felt like it was coming from this. So it's like, this is baby brother, this is big brother, or big sis, little sis, right? So it just, they did the same thing, but just to a greater degree. If you're left with your hair feeling strengthened, it felt slightly more strengthened on the mask side than this side, but again, it was still close. So do you need both of them? For me, it came down to, I love that it's a 16 ounce. I love that it's a jar. I can open it up and apply what I want. I also feel like, I know I had mentioned like visibly, of course, because it's more clay-like, but you could see both of them on the surface of my hair. But I also felt like this went in to start allowing me to separate even faster than the conditioner. The conditioner was good too. And again, they are close. They are almost neck and neck. It's just, if one is going to win, it's this one for me. So the Get This is going to be the Ouaia mask. Not far behind is the Ouaia conditioner. I like them both, but I'm not purchasing both again. So I'll stick with the mask. But again, the conditioner can definitely be a Get This for anyone. It's just, you know, if you want that little extra boost, go with the mask. But if you're conscious about the money, then maybe go with the conditioner, which is cheaper, and then maybe do some heat along with it, and maybe, you know, those things to kind of bring out even more effects of the conditioner. So that's an option. So now, as I mentioned, when I washed them out, they both left my hair feeling like, okay, especially when I air dry, yeah, you're gonna have to follow up with something, because it now needs more moisture back in my hair than just what it left. It needs more. My hair always needs more. So I did pick up also their styling, well, it's called the leave-in conditioning styler. So not just a leave-in, but it's a styler. Now, if you have a hair texture that is not mine, and it's not as tightly coiled, and it's not as challenging to manage, I'll say it that way, then this could definitely be, I could see where this could be a styler for someone. Someone can put this on, and the consistency is very similar to that which I just showed you of the conditioner. If it would come out. Oh, here we go. Okay, there we go. All right. So a nice little creamy formula there for the leave-in styler. So I feel like if you have a hair texture that is, you have a looser curl pattern, or yeah, I feel like that type of hair would definitely be able to use this almost like a one and done, because to some degree I was able to get this through my hair, rake it through, and I could see what was trying to like curl up and do a little thing. It's just when it fully dries, it didn't look like a style that I could walk out of the house with, right? So for me, this was not a styler, but I could see the potential for other hair types that it could work for them as a styler and have enough weight to like weigh it down and keep the curls in formation. But for me, it couldn't do that long term. It was just kind of like while it was wet, but once it starts to dry down, as it were, you saw that style kind of go out the door, and it was just the feeling that you were left with. And for me, even with that, as a leave-in conditioner, I need more. For me, this is a do not get that. I wouldn't purchase this one again, because I'm not a huge leave-in person. I don't have tons of leave-ins, but of the ones that I do have and the ones that I do enjoy, they're superior when I compare them to this one. So I can think Frizz Whiz by Sultanicals. I can think even the Miche leave-in. I think that was the only thing from the Miche line that I actually liked, and it was their leave-in. So that leave-in was a good one, but Frizz was better. But also, and I intentionally brought this over here because this was yet another year that I didn't want to forget to mention this brand, because this is another awesome leave-in. Maybe I'll talk about this in a second, but I've spoken about this in the past. It's called Especially Hair. This is a leave-in, but for me, this can be a leave-in and a moisturizer. But anyway, I just say it's not holding up to Frizz Wiz, especially hair. There's the Miche one. It's not even holding up to that one. So there are other leave-ins that are better for me, leaving my hair with even more moisture, because as I said, you're coming from this detox line. If you have hair like mine, you need to start pumping that moisture back. And great, you want it to feel strengthened and nice and strong, great, but I also need the moisture because my hair is just naturally dry anyway. So this one is just not living up to it for me. So I can finish it, but this is definitely something I'm not going to repurchase. There are other leave-ins that are far superior. So that's why that is a don't get that for me. Last thing in the line is their oil, which says just a squirt. And as you can see, I'm beyond that halfway point. So I have had to use more than just a squirt. So this particular, and it has a pump like this. I'll show you. I'll take off the... All right, just a typical little pump right here. I'll pump out a little bit. You can see it's running down, right? So a thin kind of oil, not a thick, heavy oil like a castor oil. So it's definitely thinner. I'm not going to allow that to waste. So we're going to put that in. It is not a product that, and I can't really tell from the camera what it just did, but it's not, my hair typically, as I've always said, does not really reflect shine too well. Few products I can put on my hair that would actually make it like, ooh, your hair looks like shiny. This did a basic job in that area. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the shiniest hair, this one left my hair at like a 6. But the thing that I did like, and that's for shine, the thing that I did like about this particular oil is, one, I was able to use it as a heat protectant because I didn't use a typical heat protectant. I used this because they were saying, like, before you heat style, use this, and no damage. And when I washed my hair, when I finally was going back to natural, absolutely, or I'm saying the curly state, it absolutely didn't have any damage at all. And I'm going to tell you one other point about this whole line when it comes to the heat styling process. So I liked that. It was definitely good, but this would be an expensive heat protectant. I've used other heat protectants that are far less expensive than this. So again, for that purpose, and also I'm not a fan of the scent. I wouldn't repurchase this again, but I think it did well in the heat styling process, so that was great. But if you're buying this for shine, if you have hair like mine that doesn't reflect shine so well, then you probably won't have an amazing or an outstanding experience. But it's okay, you know, maybe better than average. Maybe some cheap oil that you would get from the, you know, beauty supply store or something. It's better than that. And I like the ingredient list. We're going to check that out right here as well. All right, so yeah, so it's a fine oil, but not something that I need to purchase. As you can see higher up right here, grapeseed oil is essentially what you got in there. And you see argan oil and castor is in here as well. Blue tansy, much lower down on this list. The blue tansy flower oil. So anyway, and vitamin E even further down the list. But it's fine. It's not anything that I need to purchase, except for it being a heat protectant. That was really nice because it doesn't weigh down the hair. That's the other point that I'll mention, because I did, when doing the heat styling, I felt that it not only protected my hair from damage, heat damage, but it also made sure that my hair didn't feel like weighed down and greasy. So it's a very light oil. You saw how it was running down my hand. So it's nice. But again, I can do it at a cheaper price point. So that I will not repurchase. The other thing that I was just going to make a comment on from this blue tansy line is going from the beginning. I used it ahead of the heat styling, and I used it after, when I was actually going to wash my hair and go back to my original natural curly state. And I will say that, number one, it prepared me so that I didn't have any heat damage. So I thought it was great and strengthened my hair and really bulked me up for the process of using the heat styling tools. Great. After, when I was washing my hair to get it all to revert, wow. I mean, the curls were, some of them felt tighter than they were before I even did the heat styling process. Like, I mean, it just, Gary Coleman, it just shrunk all the way up. I mean, it was tight. Like, it made all the curls just really, really coil up very tightly to my head. So there was absolutely no damage. It was good. So I feel like for heat styling, it was a nice process. You do get the strengthening. You do get the kind of detox element without it feeling stripped. So I do like the line, but I don't necessarily need to buy all those elements again. All right. So that was that piece. Now I'm going to do another brand. Now this brand, I have to talk about them. They already started their Black Friday sale, and it's going to be a 40% off sale, and it is Kinky Tresses. And I'll start off I'll start off with the conditioner. Here's the restorative conditioner from Kinky Tresses. Last year, if I recall, and this was my first time ever purchasing from that brand, they had a 30% off sale. And so this year they're having 40% off, which is like, woo, a greater percentage off. However, between last Black Friday and now, they have raised their prices, as many smaller brands have had to do. So they've raised their prices. So the 40%, and I don't remember exactly what total I paid last year, but I have a feeling it's going to bring you kind of neck and neck with the savings that you had last year, even though the percentage is different because you have to factor in the fact that they raised prices, right? So, and that's, again, many companies have to do that. So it is what it is. Now, this restorative conditioner, I was interested in this line specifically because this line is for dry, brittle hair, which I definitely have. So, and I'll show you the ingredient before I even go, the ingredient list before I even, nope, that's directions. How about we go here? Okay. So I was really interested in this line because, as I tell you, my hair is always craving moisture. You can see avocado oil right up there at the top, not far after the water. You have mango seed butter and lavender extract, shea butters in here, lots and lots of different things. It also has wheat protein toward the bottom, vitamin B5, all that stuff. Okay, great. So a nice ingredient list, as you saw. One thing that I have to say about this entire line is consistency. The consistency of the product, as well as the scent, has not changed from the time I bought it last Black Friday. There are some products from other lines, you can buy it like last Black Friday, you open them now if you still have any product remaining and the scent is gone, or the texture of it has changed, whatever. This is identical as if I had opened the packaging just today and just purchased this. So I appreciate that about this line. But now let's get into what it actually can do or did do in my hair. Here's the consistency of the conditioner. Now, I've used an entire jar of the conditioner already, and you saw that there were like butters in this formulation. So it is a thicker product, but it's a well whipped one, right? So here's the conditioner, right? So it smells good. It smells like something that could be bottled like a perfume, but without that underlying scent of like alcohol. It's a really refreshing, pleasant scent. Not like a cake or anything. There is something that smells more cake-like. That's the butter. We'll get to that in a second. But the scent is still similar throughout the entire line. I enjoy the scent very much. Getting to this product. Now, when I put it on my hair, it definitely feels like a well whipped butter that I'm smoothing all over my hair. It even really helped to define the appearance of my hair, like the textures, the different patterns in my hair. I could see that while I had the conditioner in there. I could see that, you know, it was doing things in that realm. While it's on my hair, I felt like, ooh, I'm in the land of moisture. This could potentially feel good. But then, you know, as I'm working it through and as it sits there longer, I'm feeling more of like it was just kind of masking the dryness. But I said, you never know, we'll see. Washed it out, and sure enough, when my hair dried, it just did not do anything. So I'm sorry, this one was a bust for me. This conditioner, if you've had success with this line, please do share. But my hair was still not feeling moisturized, not feeling particularly soft. It was literally like scale of 1 to 10. I was probably middle of the road, like a 5. So while I enjoyed the scent of it and it feels great when it's on, when I actually wash it out and my hair dries, I was left with nothing amazing. So this is a don't get this for me if your hair is like mine. If your hair is not as challenging to moisturize, then maybe you'll be just fine. I also picked up the butter from that line. And also, again, it says right on the front for dry, brittle hair. I'll show you the ingredient list here, because another list with some nice ingredients in here. You can see mango seed butter right up toward the top, second ingredient on the list. Right, so we can see that we have coconut oil in here, and maybe that's another thing too, because my hair is not completely in love with coconut oil. I've seen things that people have been able to do with coconut oil, and it's like, oh yeah, my hair doesn't respond that way to it. And we can see an emulsifying wax is in here right there, kind of middle of the road there. In terms of the ingredient list, vitamin E, castor seed oil. So again, not a bad ingredient list. And this is the one that it smells similar to the rest of the line, but the butter has more of like a vanilla cakey scent. It's delicious. I love how it smells. Now, going on using this to twist my hair and do things like that. Now, if I'm just using it all over, just kind of putting it all over my hair like a moisturizer, for whatever reason, I get even worse results from doing that, because it feels like it dries out faster. It doesn't feel good. if I use it to like twist up my hair individually, it at least can carry me through the end of that day with it feeling good. But once it's fully absorbed into my hair, and my hair doesn't absorb things quickly or well, but once it's fully in, like let's say next day, I'll just put this here so you can see the butter, my hair feels dry. So I'm back to the land of dryness. And that just won't do it for me. So this butter for me also is a don't get this. And I was really thinking last year, like, oh, if this line ends up being like it, especially because they market it for being for dry hair and things like that, I was like, oh, this is going to be great. But yeah, the smell is great and everything, and it just didn't do it for me. The other thing I got from this line is the milk, which like many other milks, it's a similar consistency. I can squirt some of that out right here. Nice little creamy milk. And it's the avocado infusion hair milk. And again, for dry, brittle hair, it's supposed to moisturize. You can see that right there, and nourish your hair and all that. I'll show you the ingredient list. Again, we have the avocado oil kind of toward the top of the list there. Not far after the water, we have sage, nettle, which I love nettle, and products, some good extracts. So it's not like it's a bad ingredient list at all. It's just that, again, it didn't leave my hair feeling moisturized after it finally is kind of, I guess I can say, absorbed. One thing I can say is it doesn't leave any residue on my hair, which is great. And speaking of residue, what I neglected to say, and I meant to say, just jumping back 1 second, with the Blue Tansy leave-in styler, one thing that I can say is it's a good foundation, and that whether I use Blue Tansy products following it, like the oil, or I put some other moisturizer, it plays well with other things, right? So I think similarly, the Kinky Tresses line also plays well with other things, whether it's the milk or the butter. I can put other things on top of it, or mix it with other milks or other butters from other lines or other creams, and it doesn't leave a residue or a film or flakiness. So that's fine. So I'll definitely be able to finish this stuff up. It's just that the lasting moisture I was hoping to get, I did not get from this line. So it can probably carry me through the day, but it's certainly not carrying me days, and it's certainly not carrying me from wash day to wash day. That's definitely not happening in terms of moisture. So my hair simply needed more. Now, if there's anything from this line that I could see myself repurchasing, it would probably be the oil. And again, it has that same delicious scent, and it smells just as it did when I purchased it last year. I'll show you the ingredient list right here. If you could focus for me. There we go. Broccoli seed oil. Now, the first time I recall having broccoli seed oil in a product, that came from Sultanicals, one of her oils that she sold. And so, yeah, it was a nice one. So anyway, this is a nice oil. I'm going to show you the consistency of it. Kind of it runs down, boom, right? So you can see it's not as heavy as like a castor oil. It is thinner in consistency. You can put it on your scalp as like kind of a scalp treatment, or I've also put it down the length of my hair. But even this didn't necessarily seal in the moisture of this line, right? So if I put it on top of the butter or put it on top of the milk, you would think that it would like hold it in, seal in whatever initial moisture I felt that first day and kind of carry it forward. It didn't do that, but this is something I could use for the scent. I can use it on my scalp. So I do like the oil, and if I were to repurchase anything, which this Black Friday, again, their sale already started, I didn't pick up anything, but if I were to get anything from this line, it would probably be the oil again. So that's that. And if you had any success with that line, please do let me know. And since I mentioned oil, let me just mention them quickly, because here's another oil, and I know her sale, she already mentioned, is going to be 40% off. Tailored Beauty Grow Thick Oil. Now, this is not to say like, oh, it made it grow or anything like that, but just in terms of having an oil with good ingredients, I can show you the ingredient list right here. And what I appreciate about her oil, really, because if you look at certain oils and you look at the ingredient list, what do they primarily have in there, right? Because of course, whatever is at the top is what you're getting the most of. And I like that she, at the very least, starts off with castor oil, right? Which is a good oil. So I like that that's at the top of her list. There are some, it'll be like, you know, soybean or you know, something like that at the top. No shade to some of those companies, I'm just saying. But so anyway, so I like her ingredient list of oils. She's having a 40% off sale. This is a fine oil also if you want to put on your scalp. The scent of this one, if I recall, is, yeah, this one is more on the like yeah, more along the minty side, right? So it's that kind of scent profile. But you know, you can see it's a loose kind of oil, goes on well. absorbs into the scalp, so it's fine if you want to pick up something from Tailored Beauty. I can also say I finished this. I'm not going to buy another one, but it wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good as my fave spray, which you probably know what that is, and I think I have it over here so I can show you. Maybe I don't, but anywho, oh yeah, I do. Okay, so this is the Tailored Beauty moisturizing mist. I'll show you the ingredient list, and again, it certainly didn't do anything bad to my hair. Apricot oil is the second ingredient. It has glycerin up there. Higher on the list, Optifin, which is a paraben-free preservative, but it does not compare. So moisture scale of 1 to 10, I would say this is like 7.5. So it's certainly not bad, right? So I was able to squirt it on my hair, and let's say I use something like the Kinky tresses in my hair that next day wasn't feeling great. I could spray something like this to try to reinvigorate my strands and get some moisture going, you know, so it's helpful, right? It's just that it wasn't as good as my favorite spray. Now, okay, yeah, we'll talk about this. Okay, my favorite spray, which is the Camille Rose Lavender Shaken Spritzer. I've been speaking about this particular one for many years, so I'm not going to, you know, keep going on about this particular one. We had this in past videos, right? So I really still enjoy this spray for detangling. It can give you moisture. It can give me days of moisture. It can help me to detangle, all that stuff, right? But lavender is not a scent that I am particularly in love with. And also, if you, let's say you spray this many days in a row and stuff, I feel like it could also get a really moisturized, almost over moisturize your hair. You could potentially do that with this, depending on, of course, how much you spray and how heavy-handed you are, which could be a personal thing, but still. So this one I absolutely like. Still one of my favorite sprays. Will always keep it in the collection. But, and now I guess I've jumped the gun to a new topic, but now that we're talking Camille Rose, who also says she's going to have an amazing Black Friday sale. I'm sure you guys received the email, but if you saw that small print, right, it said on specific, it said something like on specific items. So that doesn't make me feel confident in thinking that she's going to have a complete site-wide sale or something, because it said on select items. And then of course it said, well, supplies last, which that part we already know, but it was that little mention of on, you know, select items. So but anyway, last year she released for Black Friday her Honey Doux spray. Now this scent is more like the honey leave-in from her line. So I was happy because I picked it up because I said, ooh, is it going to be like this, but with this type of scent, a sweet scent? Because I was really happy for that and hoping that would be the case. This one is not as great as the lavender one, but it's certainly not bad for moisture. And I'm going to show you the ingredient list because this has rice water right up there at the top, right? So you are going to have a different experience, even though she markets this one as a liquid moisturizing refresher. I really feel like I get more moisture from, and it has honey in here. I mean, oh, right there, sorry. She has really nice ingredients in here. It's just that I feel like I definitely get more moisture from her lavender one. I still do. So if my lavender one is on a 10, really great one, I feel like this is at a 7. I'm gonna go higher than 7.5, right? I'm inching closer to the 8 range because I can spray this on my hair. It's just that I may have to do more sprays to get to the 8 than I would with doing one application of this to already bring me to the 10. Do you know what I mean? So it's good. It's just I feel like I need to, and I've already used, I know you can see here I'm up to here, but it looks like I haven't used it. I've already completed, because I bought more than one of these last Black Friday. So I've already completed an entire bottle of this. I can use it to refresh braids and all that stuff. It's just I feel like I would spray a bit more of it than I would have to spray of the lavender one, and it's not even bringing me to the lavender level of moisture, but it's still good. So I like, and maybe I can just even give it a solid 8. It's good. It's just not as good as the other one, but I enjoy the scent of this one more. So I don't know. And since I already started with Camille Rose, let me just complete the little Camille Rose thing then now, since I have it. Also, last Black Friday, I picked up her spiked honey mousse. I like this mousse. My favorite mousse of all time had been the Alikay Naturals lemongrass mousse, because I feel like that one made my hair, after I would do like I'm trying to perfect the perm rod kind of set, like when you see women on, whether it's IG or wherever, with those beautiful curls that they release from the rollers, and it just looks great. I Well, yeah, mine doesn't. I need to perfect my ability to actually roll the hair and keep because my roots always want to go back to, they just want to remain in an afro state. And then what I can get around the roller is just challenging. But anyway, I've tried, I've made some efforts, and I had some that came out better than most. But I was going to say that the lemongrass mousse from Alakay Naturals is my favorite mousse because it allows my hair to look shiny. It gives me enough control that it can make the hair lay down as I'm trying to wrap it around the roller, and it still feels soft when I take it out. This I thought was a really, really nice, it's not going to replace the lemongrass one, but I felt like it did a really nice job of allowing my hair to feel soft the next day. It didn't leave it crunchy. It just didn't give me as much control. It's not as, I don't want to use the word heavy, but there's something about that mousse from Alakay Naturals that allows my hair to just lay around that roller much more smoothly than this one. It's like I would have to use more pumps of this to try and like force it to kind of conform to the roller and actually roll around and lie down smoothly. But it was still good. Once you get it done and it dries and everything, my hair still felt good. It looked good. It had shine, not as much as the lemongrass one, but it had shine, and I appreciate it. It was a good one, and it smells, again, much like that honey line. I'm trying to let you see the ingredient list right here. But yeah, it has rice water. Look at that, right toward the top. Clover. Okay, yeah, again, aloe leaf juice. Yeah, it's still a good ingredient list. Vitamin E toward the bottom there. It was nice. It was good. It's just not beating my lemongrass one, but you could potentially get that. Like, it's not like I would say, oh, don't get that. It would be worth your money. It's just for my particular hair, the lemongrass one seems to have a bit more control that I need just during the process of me trying to get it around the roller. But it still left me with nice curls. So that was that for the mousse. I also got last Black Friday, and I know this one is just about to be finished, but I used a whole other one. This is the Honeycomb Curl Whip. And I did see from Camille Rose email that she is releasing a new line with Chebe and something else was in it. But anyway, just looking at the design of the packaging, because I tried to zoom in to see exactly what each item was, but it looked a little pixelated. But anyway, what I could see was it looks like one is a cleanser, another one is likely an oil. I have a feeling that small one, it felt very much like it was giving me edge control vibes. We'll see. It could be an edge control, so I'm excited about that. I would definitely pick that one up just to test. And so anyway, we'll see what that line is all about. It was like some blue was built in there on the packaging. But anyway, last year I got her Honeycomb Curl Whip. You can see texture defining, super cream, nettle root infused. Great. So it has honey and nettle root, it says right on the front of the label. We're going to check it out and see what we see here. We see rice water extract as a second. We can see wildflower and clover. We see nettle over here. Honey is higher up. So here's what I think. First of all, this line smells very much like the leave-in, the honey leave-in from the latte collection. I forgot exactly what she used to call it, but it has that kind of same sweet scent. She no longer sells it with the air pump, by the way. It now comes with like just a traditional pump, which I'm happy with, because actually when I got, not this one, but the other bottle of it, when it came, it arrived, the pump was off. And even though it has a spring, it looks like it would just be so easy to slam it back on. It actually took effort to get that back on so it could begin to pump out the product. But eventually I got it and it worked. But anyway, so this is the consistency of it. As you can see, it's not a runny cream. It's mid-range, not too thick and certainly not too thin. It smells deliciously sweet. Again, like that honey product from her leave-in honey thing that looks like it's a jar of honey. I didn't bring it over here, but you know exactly which one I'm talking about, right? So this has the same scent profile. Yes, I feel like it moisturizes my hair. I'm happy about that. But I have used this, as I told you, I had already finished like a bottle of this already. And this, I'm toward the end of my next one. If you use too much of this, right, and I've already explained that I can be heavy-handed in things, but I've tried to find what that right balance is, because I can be left with, yes, it may feel good and moisturized, but it has left me with not flakes where like if I touch my hair, things are falling down, not that, but it's almost, it adheres to my hair. It's like it looks almost dusty because there are particles. When it dries down fully, there are particles on my hair. And so that's not fun times. So I don't know. Like, I like the feeling of the moisture that I'm left with. But when I think of the honey leave-in from her line, of course, that consistency and the texture of it and all that, it doesn't leave any residue. It doesn't leave anything. It just leaves me with the moisture, which I love. So I would love for this to do the same thing, and don't leave any residue. Don't leave any cast. Don't make my hair look dusty, but it does. So if her sale is at the right price point, perhaps, no, I was going to say perhaps I can get another bottle just to test it and play with it, different things, and maybe try with different oils and see if maybe I can mitigate some of that dusty lookingness of it. But I don't think I'm going to spend my coin like that. I mean, I like the feeling of the moisture. That's why I'm trying to hold on to it, because not too many things can moisturize my hair, and this gave me a nice amount of moisture. Still not like the most amazing moisture I've ever felt. So yet another reason why probably I don't need to go this route again. But I'm not fully ready to release it from my clutches, because I like the scent. The moisture was nice. I know I haven't given you a scale of 1 to 10, but the moisture was good. It was definitely above average. I wouldn't even say it was in C territory. Okay, so let me say this. Scale of 1 to 10, first day out, right? First day I'm putting it on, it feels like we're in 8.5 territory. But by the next day, it does go down. So then I would feel like I'm in 8 range, and then it goes down by subsequently as the days go by. It's not as moisturizing, but I still feel like that's just me letting it rest on its own. If I were to do other things to kind of boost it, but this was again just me just testing it on its own to see what it's able to do. Most things can't get me to that level anyway. Sometimes even on a day 1 it can't do that. So there were things about this that I appreciated and why I wanted to kind of test it some more, but I really don't want to be dealing with any type of debris on my hair. So yeah, I won't get that. This one I've also used a full thing of this already, and this one I didn't even bust into yet, but I will. I'll finish this up soon. I'll start using it soon. It's the Fresh Honey Nectar Deep Conditioning Treatment. Now with this one, I definitely felt like here's the consistency of it. All right, like creamy conditioner. Nice, delicious scent. Very similar, like this whole line, this whole honey thing. But here's the thing with this one. On my hair, when I'm applying it, it felt so creamy and nice, but it was not amazing at allowing me to detangle or to break down and like really work through sections. I felt like I had to put in extra work to like work it into my hair strands and work it into my sections. So it wasn't amazing there. This is a definite, I'm not getting this again this Black Friday, and I'll show you the label right here. So I already know this one I am fully ready to skip right on past it when I see it on the website, because it feels better in my hair when it's on than when I actually wash it out. So that's why I'm just not interested in playing this game again. Macadamia seed oil, yeah, very, again, nice ingredient list and all, but honey toward the top, I appreciate it, but it just didn't leave me with the type of moisture that I was expecting from her honey line. Because everyone, well, not everyone, but many people enjoy that honey leave-in that she had and the moisture that you were able to get from it. So if you're doing anything else that's going to be built off that line, we have expectations, or at least I had expectations. Oh, so I'm just expecting them to keep on that same level. And if you haven't already done so, please watch Ashkin Curl's video she did a stash video, her complete stash video. It was beautiful. So that will definitely give you some feedback, and because it wasn't just like showing the stash, like some people will just kind of do a stash video and they like show the stash, but no, she was going through it. It's basically product reviews, many reviews on all of those products, right? So that's going to be a wonderful thing to get you jump started if you're looking for some things for Black Friday, or feedback on certain items, because I don't have tons more things to show you. Maybe I do, but let's see how we can run through this. But yes, definitely please reference and look at Ashkin Curl's video. I think you'll really enjoy. The other thing from Camille Rose, which this is going to be a skip it for me this Black Friday, it was her Grow Grease, and it pretty much, can I get this open? It's pretty much a grease. It was like balmy and nature. Okay, here we go. Yep. Oh, and I don't have much of that left, but the scent wasn't even great. Let me see, did it have, yeah, the ingredients are here. MSM. Yeah, it kind of smells like all those things that you smell when it has the MSM in it. So it wasn't like this overwhelmingly pleasant thing. But look, we got soybean oil up there. Another reason why this is not on my list of, oh yeah, I definitely have to get this again. And just dipping my finger in here and then have to put it on my hair. I kind of like the oils that I can just use a spout and apply it to my hair. But anyway, so this was fenugreek is in here. That was another thing that I think it was last year. Many people were including fenugreek in different items. But yeah, this is just something I put on my scalp, kind of thick, like a balm-like texture. I know I didn't scoop some out and show you. I can. All right, so it's, look, see, it's definitely, you can hold it over. It's, I don't want to say Vaseline in texture, but it's, you know, boom, there we go. Yeah, I'll finish this up, but I definitely won't be purchasing that again. But if you are looking for something to put on your hair from Camille Rose, and I hope her sale is actually really good. This one, I've been talking about this one for a while. I really like this one. Still the Cocoa Nibs and Honey Serum, because it has a really nice ingredient list. Check this right here. Look at this. Amla right up there at the top, right? Boom, boom, boom. We have some coconut oil in here. Fine. We have biotin. We have honey, MSM. Very nice. Yeah, and the scent of it is nice too. It's like a sweet scent. Yeah, I like it. And it has a little spout, so it's great to just get it right there on your scalp. So that's Camille Rose, would definitely get that. Oh, I'll show you this too. I picked this up, even though I don't like wear braids, but sometimes, you know, I'll do some style where my hair, it has visible the parts. You can see it. So I did pick up her mint condition product. It says braid and scalp spray, sea moss and aloe vera. Now check out this ingredient list. It has raspberry tea in it. Yep, look right there. Okay, one thing, she's not really going to disappoint you with the ingredient list in general, right? So we have castor oil up there, peppermint, ashwagandha. So very nice ingredient list. So what I'm going to say is I didn't use it necessarily on the length of my hair, but I definitely use it more as a scalp spray, and I'm just going to show you. As you can see, it covered a nice range right here. Right, so, and that same goes for the other sprays from the Camille Rose line that I showed. So it's not like those single hit sprays, a direct hit where you have to now spray it multiple times just to like go down your parted hair and to get it on the scalp. So this is good. It can hit a wide range of scalp area at one time. If your scalp is totally clean, not like it's the end of the week and you've been using castor oil and all those thick things on your scalp the whole week. But if you have like a freshly washed scalp, and you have like no products on it, and you spray this, you will feel, as I felt, the minty, cooling, tingling feeling. So I appreciate that. If you're a person who doesn't like the tingle, then maybe this is not for you, but I did like that tingly feeling. Is this going to be something that I purchase again this Black Friday? Probably not, because I still have enough. It was just fine. It didn't do anything magical, but sometimes you may just want that little tingly, cooling feeling. So that was another product from Camille Rose. For me, this year, that would be a skip it, but it wasn't horrible. I know this one still has a tape on it, but I had used a full one from last Black Friday, which I purchased. And I actually like this. It's a co-wash from Camille Rose. Listen, it's the Caramel Co-Wash and Cleansing Conditioner, Coconut and Raspberry Oil. Of course, I'm going to show you the ingredient list right here. Creamy, nice formula. The only issue I kind of have with this, because even after I washed it out of my hair still felt soft. I appreciate it. It was clean and it felt soft. So that's kind of what I look for when I'm looking for, we can see keratin in there, hydrolyzed keratin. We have glycerin in here. So that's the kind of thing that I'm looking for. Aloe leaf juice. That's what I'm looking for when I'm using a co-wash. Clean my hair, but leave it feeling moisturized. I told you I'm always craving for the moisture. So I like this one. It did just that. My hair felt really good with this product. It's just that it's an 8-ounce bottle, so I felt like, and because, I can show you on this one. I'm gonna take this off. When you pump it out, it pumps out in like tiny ribbons. Like, let me try and show you what I'm talking about. Of course, I could pump a little bit more, but roughly that's what you're getting. And then to do your whole head, it's like pumping. Either put it in a jar for me, or I don't know. It was just the 8-ounce thing. You know, I can go through product pretty quickly, but still, this co-wash, I was able to get more uses out of it than another co-wash, which I'm about to show you, which is also 8 ounces. But something about this one, I could use less of it. and stretch it further. So I was able to get more uses out of it than this other one, which I'm about to show you. So this can be a get this, right? This Camille Rose co-wash. And I'm going to do a get this, not that in 1 second, but let me just, since I'm on Camille Rose, I also tried this last Black Friday, but I only purchased one because I never purchased this before, so I wasn't sure about it. It's the Yukuba and Ghee Butter. It's a strengthening, restorative, deep conditioner. It says restoring, but as soon as it goes on my hair, it like melts into it. It feels really, really nice on the hair. And even when I wash it out of my hair, I'm still left with moisture. Now, not as much as even the co-wash from Camille Rose that I just showed you, but it's nice. Like I can explore this again. And since as I mentioned, I only got this one bottle of it last Black Friday, I'm willing to get another this year just to really, really use it more and see if the results I feel like I'm getting. So I'm interested just to do more testing on it. And I'm going to show you the ingredient list. And yeah, I'll probably pick up another one or maybe two of these this year, depending on her price point. Capuasso fruits, look, butter. Very, very nice. Again, she does well with the ingredient list. And this one smells like what? Something sweet. It actually kind of reminds me of her Moroccan pear. The scent is somewhat similar to that, her Moroccan pear conditioner. So I think I'm done with Camille Rose. So the other thing that I wanted to mention to you when I spoke about co-washes, this one I really like. It leaves my hair feeling clean and moisturized, but it's so loose. I feel like, and also this could be me too, I feel like I use so much of it that for 8 ounces and for the price point, no, I can't do it again. I actually did do it again because this is my second bottle of it. But I say all that to say I won't be going in again. Creo Essence. This is their line, the pink label line, which I think is the best line they have ever come out with. I tried their hair milk, like from the original line. That didn't do it for me. So many of their products didn't do it for me. I mean, their oils and stuff were fine, but I'm talking about like their shampoo, conditioner, the hair milk from the original line. For me, I could pass on all of that. But when I tried this line, very nice. I actually like it. So this is their co-wash. But again, and I'm going to show you the consistency. It's a little thinner than that Camille Rose one. And I just feel like my hair was soaking it in and wanted more. And maybe also it was a combination of me feeling like, oh, it's soaking it in. Let me give you more. And, you know, plus me being heavy-handed, maybe that all came into play. But look how that almost just disappeared in my hand just now also too. I know I was rubbing it, but it was also like going in. It absorbs quickly. It's nice. The whole scent of this line is like I'm not sure which particular fruit, but like a sweet, fruity type of scent. It's very pleasant. I'll show you the ingredient list. And again, I like this very much. It's just for, I believe it's $25. And this is 8 ounces even. I wasn't getting enough uses out of it for me to feel like I need to keep repurchasing this product. I'm looking for the ingredient list to show you. But yeah, all these things I've been showing you, paraben free, sulfate free, all that stuff. Here's the ingredient list down here. If that will focus. Yep, there we go. Okay, good. All right, so again, oh, we're looking at aloe leaf juice again. And so many of these products, baobab seed extracts. Very nice. Lavender is in here, but you can't smell lavender or anything like that in here. Papaya. Anyway, it's a very nice line, and that's what it's designed to do. It says it's a quench me. It's, oh, drench me. It says on here, but it says Haitian moringa, coconut, and papaya. It's a co-wash superfood moisturizing hair wash for daily use and wash and grow styling. And absolutely, I agree. I feel like my hair is clean. My hair feels moisturized. I really, really like this co-wash. It's just that my hair eats it up, and for the price point, I could say get it for the performance, but I won't get it again based on the amount of money and how quickly I run through it, because there are other great co-washes which I can use this. So that's I would say just for the price, don't get that. I feel bad saying it because it is good, but yeah, for the price point, I'll say don't get that, because there is another co-wash that I really enjoy that's much cheaper and you get more product. The Doux One Love. I've spoken about this before, so we're not going to go in at length on that. It kind of smells bubblegummy. It's a little pink color. It's a 16-ounce jar. You could pick this up at Target, but also they recently had a warehouse sale, and then they had another sale this past Sunday where they were selling everything for $5. So when you think of something that you can pay $25 for, or on sale. But even if this is not on sale, the regular price of this is still cheaper than the one from Creole Essence, and you're getting more product either way you slice it. So I would say go with this, because this One Love also leaves my hair feeling really real. And this one has a cone in it, if I recall. Let me see. Oh, well, something from the Doux has a cone in it. I thought it was this one. Maybe it's not this one, but the ingredient list still is not one that, okay, yeah, no, I don't see it. I don't see it right now. Maybe if I pause this as I'm watching. Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, it does. Okay, so I know some people may feel different ways about cones, but I really love this because it leaves my hair feeling moisturized. I've used jars of this already consistently. It leaves my hair feeling moisturized and clean. So I like it. I would say get this and don't get the one from Creole Essence, even though the one from Creole Essence works really well. So that from the Doux would be a get that. Yes, get it. The other thing, when she had her, not the last sale she had, but the one that was just before it, because she's moving to a bigger warehouse or something. Anyway, I was able to snag up something I got from her last Black Friday, which I really like. So I got more in some of the colors. It comes in this color, it comes in a green, and it comes in a white as well. This is your sleeping cap, and it's like a sleeve. So I got it last year because I was like, oh, just throw it in a cart. It's, you know, it's nothing, whatever. I'll just throw this in and try it. But I really like it, which is why I have it in all the colors now. I really like it because you can use it just like this and kind of put it on like headband style. That's great. But also what I noticed is the one that I was using, this is one of my new ones, and it comes in this little bag that says Doux. But what I noticed is whether I'm wearing rollers in my hair or whatever, it can expand to accommodate whatever it is I have going on with my hair. But also when I take it off and the next day maybe I don't have those rollers, and boom, it comes right back to shape. So it's not like through using that original one that I had last year, through the course of the year, and of course you take it out, you wash it, all those things, it still didn't lose its shape, right? So even if it's not as tight as it was when, you know, I first got it, it is really close. And that's after a year of like consistent use, except when I'm washing it and switching to another one. So I really enjoy this headband head sleeping cap. And of course for people who pineapple, this would be great. My hair doesn't, I could not pineapple, like that would be a joke for me. My hair does not, no. But anyway, so but it's comfortable for me to sleep in. It doesn't pinch my head. Really like it. So that would be another thing from the Doux, which is a get that for me. The other thing from the Doux that's a don't get that. Now you can buy them individually, but when it was first released, they were being sold as like a kit, and this was like a wash and go type of kit. I don't know why my brain told me to get this anyway, but I did. So it comes with a shampoo, a conditioner, a glaze, and a, I don't even want to, not that I don't want to, but I'm not going to go through too much on all of these. It was literally a typical shampoo. I don't know why this says it's an exfoliating shampoo, because if I put some out right now, and it's green in color, if I put some of it out right now, there are no exfoliating beads. It has a minty scent. There are no exfoliating beads, or like what's exfoliating about this minty scented, I'm going to show you the ingredient list of this right now, product. Anyway, to me, it was just a regular shampoo and conditioner. Nothing was so amazing. Has some shea butter in there. Nothing was so amazing that I needed to get this again, and I won't. So that's the shampoo from this line. The conditioner is called That's Deep. It was fine. It's a 5-minute deep conditioner, so it's supposed to give you the major effects that you would get from a deep conditioner, except you're doing it in 5 minutes. Leave it on your hair for 5 minutes, and again, it was fine. You know, for my hair, nothing amazing. It was just, you know, let me see if I can show you some of the ingredients there. But yeah, this whole section would be a don't get this. And it came with, good, you can see that there. It has honey in here. So it's not like the ingredient list was bad or anything. It just was not an amazing line for me. And then you're supposed to follow that up with this glaze, a 5-day curl forming glaze. For my hair, it was not 5 days. It did give me more of a I'm going to talk about some gels and things that don't leave much of a cast. This one had more of a cast, but not like this super hard cast or anything like that. So it's nothing that I was disturbed by, but it, oh, I can show you. It's called Pop Lock. And this glaze, okay, it's not going to come out that way. It's sealing. Let me see if I could get some of this out and show you. Okay, can you see? It's like a little jelly thing there. Put some right here. Okay, and it dries down. Yes, it defined my curls, but here's the thing of it. it didn't have the weight that I need, because otherwise, and I had spoken about this in years past, I know, like if the gel doesn't have enough weight, my hair will do this like thing where it's kind of like, because the roots are always going to want to conform to just being a tightly coiled afro right to my head, right? So I need something that will give it weight to try and drag it down so it can have some hang time to some degree, but this wasn't strong enough to do it for me. So yeah, this is not something I would ever repurchase. And then it came with this fresh to death kind of curl refresher, and it certainly didn't last 5 days, that glaze, because it was saying 5 days. But for me, maybe I should say I couldn't allow it to last for 5 days, because me doing lift off for 5 days was not gonna work, like not it on its own. I needed to put other things in there, but this just wasn't my favorite. And as a leave-in refresher, it was okay. Wasn't as moisturizing as the refreshers I've shown you previously in this video that I really do enjoy. Let's see now. Oh, but from the Doux, if you want something that's going to give you really nice curls, and I'm not going to go into depth with this because I've discussed Big Papa before, a really nice, deliciously scented gel from the Doux, and this one does have the weight, and it allows my hair to look defined, and you don't have to put in a moisturizer or a leave-in or anything, because for me, it's a moisturizer and it's a curl definer all in one. Really enjoy it. If there is anything about this gel, and you get it in, was this 16 ounces? Yes, 16 ounces. If there is anything about this product, and just as I'm yapping, I'll show you the ingredient list, anything that I could change, it's the fact that for me, and you know I'm an air dry person, it leaves my hair sticky, right? So my hair feels sticky. Now, fine, people are not going to have their hands all in your hair, so maybe the stickiness, it doesn't matter, maybe it's okay, whatever. But if I could do anything differently about how that product is formulated, it would be the stickiness. If the stickiness can kind of go away, boom, perfect gel, because my hair is moisturized. It lasts for days. It looks good. You know, it doesn't need anything else to do what I need it to do on my hair. It's good. It's just the sticky factor was like, oh, it's sticky. So, you know, that was one thing that kind of, sometimes with a product can be really good, but sometimes there is something about it that's just a little off that will still keep me yearning or looking for other products on the market to see, can you do it the same way this one does, but take away whatever I think that negative little factor is of that product. So in my search, I found, now, if you follow me on IG, you saw when I was talking about this Crayola Essence OMG Curl Cream. Lovely, lovely, because, and I've already mentioned in this video, my hair doesn't reflect shine so well necessarily. With this, it does. This is a cream that you put on your hair. Hopefully I don't have hair. Okay, good, looks good. A cream, and if you hold it like this, it will definitely run out. So I'll just show you a little cream here. I've used it on wet hair. I've used it on dry hair, primarily on dry though, because that's typically how I do. I don't like to have to wet my whole head in order to have my curls look defined or anything like that. So I've definitely used it on wet and dry, but primarily on dry. Put it on my hair, rake it through. Now, the one thing that I can say is, thinking of like a wash and go, or even if I'm putting it on my hair right now, my hair is dark in color. It definitely looks white. So the white cream of it looks like it's sitting right on my head. So the first time I used this, I was like, oh boy, is this just gonna leave me with residue city and look really crazy? No, because once it actually dries down, chef's kiss. Beautiful curls. It looks shiny and healthy. Now here's where it compares, where it gives you a few notches above the Doux one. Not sticky. It dries down to feeling like your hair, but better. Like even if a person were to touch your hair and it doesn't have a crunch, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the crunchiest hair, it's probably at a 2. Like if I needed to brush it out or comb it out, I could. Sounds weird, right? But well, level 2, you'd want to still do that carefully, but still, it was very, very low on the scale. No crunch. You could squeeze it between your fingers. It feels like your hair, just with something, maybe you could feel like something slightly was on it, but not a stickiness. It's completely dried down. So this was another one that was going to be like, yep, found it. This is going to be my hair cream curl definer, whatever. And I'll show you the ingredients too on this, because I was like, yes, 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 this is great. But here is the thing. With this cream, my hair, much like the co-wash from this line, soaks it up, right? So I feel like for, what is this, $25, I think. And again, look at this, nice, nice, nice ingredient list, okay? So I feel, yeah, it has the Haitian castor oil. You know, they're famous for their castor oil and stuff. But anyway, I felt like the uses that I'm getting out of this, and then I tried to rationalize it. And I said, well, because I don't have to put it on every day, can I say that I'm getting, you know, X amount of uses out of this 8-ounce jar and spending $25? Can I break it down that way? And then it would make sense to continue purchasing this, because again, the Doux is 16 ounces and I'm not having to go through the products, you know, as quickly. It just has the sticky factor, right? But I'm like, okay, can I do this 8-ounce thing and just think of how many uses I can get out of it to justify getting this $25 8-ounce jar again? And I just feel like I go through it. Okay, if I'm doing my entire head to do a whole look, I'm probably getting 2 full uses out of this and maybe a half. So it just pains my heart. So I know it's sold through Ulta, so you can get it during those Ulta sales and use your points and do all those things. But, you know, you still have to accumulate those points over time, and their sale is not like every week or anything like that. So those were just the considerations I needed to make. So I was like, the price point, I'm not loving the price point, but I do love the effects because my hair felt soft, no crunch, like level 2 crunch. So nothing really. Moisturized. This is with me not using a moisturizer, just this. So it felt good. Now, are there any drawbacks of it besides the price? Yes. Here's the thing. If you, and you would have to search for this now, if you're using it, because I don't have to use it every day, but if you sleep on it, or like that sleeve that I showed you from the Doux, I have that on the next day. Of course, you know, my hair would be pressed to my head. Take that sleeve off, and there may be some areas that, you know, just put a little more of the cream on. Great. So put a little more of the cream on it. But doing that over days, you may see, I don't want to call it residue, but I will see, and again, remember, my hair does not absorb product well, right? So it's drying to the fact that it doesn't look white on the surface of my hair anymore, but something is still there. And the more that you add to it as the days go by, the more you'll see like little, I don't want to say flakes, because again, you touch your hair, it's not like they're falling down, nothing like that. But if you start to separate the curls, you can kind of see like little white particles in there. But again, that's not happening on day 1. That's not even necessarily happening on day 2, but that's as you're starting to layer it throughout the week, just as you're refreshing like little parts. Maybe I then need to start refreshing in other ways, maybe not with adding more of this. The other thing I noticed is I mixed this with some other product one time just because I want to see it plays well with other things. So I really, really like this product. If you're looking to support Crayola Essence, I would say let it be this. Try this. Very, very nice. Because the one that you don't want to get was this one from the same line. And again, that same fruity kind of sweet scent goes throughout the entire line. This pink line. So Jelly Hair Gel. This one also left my curls looking nice. It had this nice kind of luster to it. So I appreciated that. But this one for sure, when it dries down, you're seeing some kind of, even between the curls, it almost looked like it was a gumminess. And even as that dried down, this one leaves residue on my hair for sure. I didn't even try a jar number 2 to see. I only purchased this one. I'm leaving it at this one. I see my hair is in there. But as I finish this, I'm not getting this one again. Let me see if I can. No, I can't really show you. But yeah, this is kind of the product consistency. Again, it makes the hair look beautiful. And maybe on your hair, if your hair absorbs product well, maybe you wouldn't have this experience. But for me, no, it definitely, the jelly definitely leaves residue early on in the process. So that I'm not thrilled with. I'll show you the ingredient list on this one. So this one for me would be a do not get this. But definitely you can get the creme, because that one I thought was beautiful. Even the packaging, like the faux wood top, I like it. Very, very nice line. So that's another thing from Crayola Essence you can get. I also got their multivitamin hair serum from this line, and you're going to see when I put this on right now, the oil, let me see if I can, I know I'm at the very bottom of this. Okay, maybe I can use a little. It absorbs so well into the scalp. Look how that just runs. It's like a really loose, thin thing. And it feels a little, it feels close to water, but like water with like a little drop of oil or something in here. It's a superfood, so it's supposed to be like a scalp vitamin. And again, that same, just as I opened it just now, that same kind of sweet, fruity scent is in here. I like it. It's a hair vitamin, but for the price, I don't need to buy another jar of this. I didn't notice anything amazing happen to my scalp or hair, but it's something that goes into my scalp, absorbs quite easily, doesn't weigh my hair down, even when it touches, you know, like the hair or anything, but my scalp felt moisturized with it. So it was a nice product, nice using you, but I won't be repurchasing. But that is something that if you're into trying a hair vitamin or something, that certainly wasn't a bad one, but for me it's going to be a no for me. I'm not going to repurchase that. They also have the, from the same line, Créolessence Miss Me Please, and this is just like their spritzer. I'm not going to get this one again either because it does not compare to the Camille Rose one, the lavender spritzer, which I showed you. It's a nice one. It's just not as good. And yes, it did leave me with some moisture. Scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably put it at a 7, which again, above average, but it's not amazing. And so why get it when I can get the Camille Rose one and at a cheaper price point? I'll show you the ingredient list right here. Calm down. Okay. So there we go. So we have the aloe leaf juice, second ingredient down, different seed oils in here. Glycerin is toward the bottom. Okay. A little further down the list. So that may, you know, it may impact certain people in different ways because some people don't like to have glycerin as high up on the list as it is in the Camille Rose one. So maybe a product where it's further down for you actually helps. Maybe that will give you the right balance that you need. So that was good. Oh, okay. So those were the things that you could get from the Créolessence line. Of course, their oil. Here's an example of one. My favorite one from them is the mango scented, mango and papaya one. But again, for the price point, I'm not going to be indulging in this anymore because there is another, it's just Haitian black castor oil. This particular one was like the chocolate scent, but I'm not going, and it's a thicker oil than like that vitamin that I just showed you from them, but I'm not going to be getting that anymore because when it comes to castor oil, if you want like a real deal castor oil, rooted treasure, I took the top off. Even the scent of this is like they just took the beans and just went through the process, and it feels as natural as it gets. That's what it smells like, right? And it's even different in color when you compare it to the Créolessence one, and even Sunny Isle and some other ones that, even if it's, this is the one that has the chebe powder infused. I got this specifically to do like some DIY things. I wanted to use the Jamaican black castor oil mixed with the chebe powder since it's already infused with it, and you can kind of shake it, and you know, I was just planning on doing some DIY things. So that's that. But yeah, rooted treasure, if you're just looking for the pure castor oil, this one is the one I would go with instead of the Créolessence one. So that one, the Créolessence is fine though. It's just, you know, that other one feels like real deal. As well as Sunny Isle is good if you're looking to have different infusions. This one has a chebe powder in it, but they have rosemary, they have lavender, they have tea tree oil, and as well as just plain. And they also have extra dark version of the castor oil. And I still have some of that from last year, so I'm not going to be buying that. But here's just some options in the castor oil category of what you could potentially get. I am going to talk about, okay. Oh, I've already kept you over an hour. That is awesome of me. I was not planning on that. So I did tell you this was going to be quick, right? But let me show you this bread. Okay, and this is, I used this even before I started using the Créolessence one because I had gotten this from Sephora. This is like a plastic top, but this is like glass down here. It's a really heavy packaging. And this is a hair cream that is supposed to like define your curls. And I feel like, yes, it did. I think the ingredients on here may be easier to show you from here. Yep. So I feel like, yes, it did define my curls, and it looked nice. Mango butter in here. And I'm going to show you the consistency of the product in a second, but yeah, blueberry fruit extract. I like these things. Nice list. And the scent of it is like a something perhaps fruity sweetie, but not, I don't know, because then it has this weird twist, some other note at the end. But anyway, this is a loose product. If I turn it over, it will definitely eventually spill out, but it's creamy. You put it in. I've used it on dry hair. It definitely defines my curls, looks nice. It's not a hard cast. Scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the hardest cast, it's probably at a 3.5, maybe a 4. So it's enough that you can go to sleep at night, wake up, and still have some semblance of like curls, and maybe just fluff it and do things like that, because it has, but it's not a hard cast. It's definitely not bad at all. And it's nice. It just, one, I feel like I would need to use a lot of it, and for the even more tightly coiled sections of my hair, it didn't do a great job of like getting in there. So it would be fine maybe for like a little front bang action perhaps, or maybe mix it with some other product, but the other sections of my hair, no, it wouldn't be strong enough to give me what I needed to do, and it's not going to have the amount of weight that would be needed in those back sections particularly to kind of actually make the curls fall and really show some type of pattern. So I wouldn't get this again. So from Bread, this would be a don't get this, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see. I wanted, oh, Hatasha. I'm just going to say as a general announcement, I like Hatasha because they are just a company that sells many different brands there, and they always have a Black Friday sale. So I like them for a variety of things, whether it's testing out brands or whatever it may be, but also you can get things like this. And I love putting hibiscus powder in products. It just amplifies the amount of moisture and the goodness that my hair feels with certain conditioners. So I definitely use hibiscus powder, and I got this one from Hatasha, but they sell many other powders as well. I had gotten the baobab powder from them. I had gotten, oh, they have a bunch of powders. You can check them out. They also have a bunch of different oils, aloe vera oils, so many different oils. So you can do all your DIY projects by supplying yourself with things from their site. But anyway, I use this pure hibiscus, got it from Hatasha. So I just brought this over to remember to shout out Hatasha because they always do a Black Friday sale. So you may want to check them out. Other thing I got from Hatasha, I can talk about these two things. It's really 3 items. I never, and I did get this last Black Friday, I never tried anything from this Blue Rose line. So I got the almond butter, and I got their okra curl cream. So I'm going to show you the ingredient list. Let's start with the almond butter one. It's right here, short ingredient list, if that would be so kind as to focus. There we go. Vegetable wax right up there. You can see almond butter, mango butter, almond oil, mango butter, agave nectar. So nice ingredient list. This one is really loose. Definitely one that would, I'm almost finished with it, but definitely one that would run out if I were to turn it upside down. Creamy little product here. And the reason I'm not going to talk about it right now, because I'm going to show you the ingredient list for the okra one. So even though different ingredient list and different consistency and texture of the products, the effect was pretty similar between the two. All right, so we can see okra extract right up there after water. So both of these products, right, so I put them kind of side by side. They almost look similar, even though this one is a little thicker. It would still turn over and run out if I were to hold them upside down, but yeah, similar in appearance, right? So whether it's the almond butter or it's the okra cream, they're both supposed to moisturize your hair and nourish it. And I felt like both of them, when I'm applying them, they both felt like, oh, this is going to be juicy twists, moisturized. But when it dried, boy, was my hair dry. So for both of them, these would be a do not get this from Blue Rose. At least for me, my hair didn't appreciate either of these. So I didn't get this one for almond butter says rich creamy moisturizer. For me, it was not. And this one is supposed to be also like a styler too, but the okra one, it says to be used as leave-in moisturizer and styling cream. So it just didn't leave me the moisture in either case. So I was thinking, oh, Blue Rose, this line may not be for me. But at that same time, when I purchased those 2 items, I had also purchased from Blue Rose this strawberry hibiscus deep conditioner. Beautiful. Beautiful. My hair, and again, it's taking everything that I have to have not already finished this, because so really, in this too is a creamy one, and it would fall out if I turned it upside down. But it smells like I don't know, it may have lost the scent because I thought it had a slightly sweeter scent when I first got this. But at any rate, the performance of this. And I already told you I love hibiscus to add things. I did not add hibiscus to this. This is already a strawberry hibiscus deep conditioner. I'm going to show you the ingredient list and look how high up hibiscus is. Oops, focus. All right, so we have water and look, hibiscus right here. Extract of hibiscus, brahmi. I mean, really. Really, my hair feels so soft after you. I definitely want to get more of this. I wish it was sold in a bigger size though, not just an 8-ounce jar. But this strawberry hibiscus deep conditioner, and I didn't do any steaming with it or anything. I did sit with just myself, like I didn't go under a steamer. I mean, I did try it with like the shower cap and just sitting there and letting it sit in some time. Beautiful. I've also tried it and it allows me to go through my hair very easily, like it's ready to take on any tangles. It feels great. So, and I did use it not just with the shower cap, but I've used it just as almost like you would a regular washout conditioner. Just put it on, let it sit a few seconds, no shower cap or anything, just let it sit a little bit, then wash it right out. And still the results when my hair air dried, super soft, like the comb is kind of gliding through it. It was just a beautiful experience. I really like this. This was the only jar that I got last Black Friday, so I am definitely wanting to go in with more of that this year and hope that it wasn't just a one-time jar experience. But for me so far, that's my get this from the Blue Rose line, that strawberry hibiscus product. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to do now across brands, and yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I want to try and get through this, but I've spoken before about, now this definitely has sulfates in it, right? This is what I use for a very specific process. If my hair is very goopy or it has some products build up and some things that I'm really trying to get out of my hair, and maybe some of the other shampoos that I have are just too light to really just rip it out of my hair, I do use this Christoph Robin. Here we go. And this one costs $19. Okay, this tiny 2.7 ounce jar. Boom, you can see this, the thick consistency going here. It has the sea salt grains in there. Maybe you can see some of those. I'm feeling them just even at, yep, like that's a salt grain right there, right? And you use it, rub it on your scalp, but very little. Can you believe I've used this multiple times? It suds up so much, so well, but also the salt grains, it just allows me to like scrub and get stuff out of my hair when I need that to happen. And it works quite well. I really like it. That's why I first got the sample of it from Sephora and I used it. I was like, oh, this seems nice. Then I said, when I need something like that, I would have something in my arsenal that I could turn to and actually use. And so I paid the $19 to get this jar. But I also picked up from Sephora this this one has apple cider vinegar in it. It's a similar concept where it's salt grains in here. This one, when you smell it though, when you open the jar, the Christoph Robin one smells more perfumey. This one also has sulfates, but this one you can smell the apple cider vinegar as you open it. This one is a looser texture where if I hold it for a long time like this, it will begin to slide. So it's not as thick and tight as the Christoph Robin one. It is a looser, slightly looser consistency, but still, oops, I didn't get some right here. Salt grains all in here. Those are big chunky salt grains, but also it subs up well. And when I'm in the shower, and now I feel though that I did, and this is a bigger jar, it's 6.76 ounces. When I was in the shower, I do feel like, and maybe because it is a bigger jar, I feel like I am not using it as sparingly as I would the Christoph Robin one. I was doing like bigger digs, but it wasn't even necessary because this too was giving me lots and lots of suds, and it was able to get debris out of my hair, some of that product buildup and things like that. So when you need something like it, between the two, I actually like both. The full size of the Christoph Robin one, an 8-ounce jar, is like 50 something bucks. I will never pay that, never getting that. And especially because this small teeny tiny jar can stretch so well, there would be no reason for me to get that. But now knowing that this product from Sephora is quite similar, right, to the Christoph Robin one, I can definitely get this when I'm trying to achieve that type of result in my hair, get product out, even if it has a sulfate in it, and just really scrub down my hair. So they can both be a get this, but this one costs $10. This size for 2.7 ounces is $19. I would say don't get this, get this. So that would be the comparison between those two. And let me just hit off this brand quickly because I don't want to forget to say this. Tracy must love the kids, because there have been other things that initially I thought like, oh, this is going to be a winner from the Pattern Beauty collection, but then after I'm like using it, as you may have seen on IG or whatever, I would get residue from it and it just didn't work. So I really thought, okay, this is just going to be a line that just doesn't do it for me. It's not going to work for me, and that's okay. Not everything is for everyone. But then she got this new product, the Styling Custard, and the only reason I got it is because they kept saying like, oh, you can use it on your kids, good for the kids, and I was like, if it's gentle enough for kids, and not just even gentle enough, not just like that for the products, but the way they were talking about using it on your child's head, and I think they even promoted this before going back to school, or when did they? At any rate, they were really kind of pushing the kid narrative, like you can put this in a kid's head. And I was like, especially kids, you would be doing their hair, you know, on some consistent basis. Not that adults don't do their hair on a consistent basis, but I was like, if you're thinking of building up the products, how would this work? So anyway, that's what led me to try it. I really, really enjoy it. So this one, this is why I said she must love the kids, because this product worked really well. Now it has that same scent of patchouli that you will find in the rest of her line. I don't love it, but the product itself, how does it work? Like this, boom, boom, really light, much like Creole Essence. Now this is $25 as well, but look at this. 15 ounces as opposed to the 8 from Creole Essence. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Sorry, Creole Essence. But that one, Creole Essence, smells better. But anyway, this product goes in my hair, and very much like what I said for Creole Essence, my hair is definition. It has definition. It's defined my curls or my hair pattern, because the zigzag, I don't know if we'll qualify that as curls, but it's not even zigzag. Other areas don't necessarily have a pattern structure, if you will, but let's just call them curls, my tightly coiled hair. Okay, so this one defines it. It looks good. My hair is soft. It doesn't crunch factor. I would say it's the same level as Creole Essence. Let's put it at a 2. Doesn't leave a cast. It gives my hair some measure of shine. Do I have residue from it? No. Here's what I'm going to say. Well, let me say, after some days, what I do notice is that there are these little, but you have to search for them, much like Creole Essence. And this could be also because my hair doesn't absorb product well. You will see these tiny brown balls. But again, you have to get really close up to see the balls. Little tiny things. And sometimes if I see them, like if I move closely in the mirror and I see, oh yeah, there's a little one, I can just smush it into my hair, or just try to, like, even sometimes if I'm trying to like say, oh, let me pull it out, even though it doesn't even matter because it's not even something that's visible. If a person is at a normal distance, like talking to you, you would not see it. And my hair is dark, right? And they're lighter shade of brown than my hair. But even if I try to pull it out, sometimes it just on its own just like mashes into my hair. Maybe it's the glycerin in the product. I'll show you the ingredient. Listen to right here. I'm not really sure, but it does do that, but it doesn't do it day 1. That 2, like Creole Essence, does that after some days, and maybe it's me refreshing it and putting it on, and like, oh, was it just showing on? No. Anyway, that's the ingredient list, but it is maybe me refreshing, maybe it's it on top of it, and the fact that my hair doesn't absorb product well, that now as I'm applying more of it, it's really becoming more evident through those little balls. But again, they're hard to see, so I don't want to hold that against it. I'll just talk about, so that's a get that for me. The only thing from Pattern Beauty that I'm going to say is a get that is that styling custard, that new styling custard. Really nice. Similar to what I've already said about Creole Essence, I get very similar results from it. The only difference between the two is I'm getting more product from Pattern, as well as my the residue from the Creole Essence is kind of like white in texture. And I don't even want to say residue because it'll make it seem like, oh, your hair looks dusty or whatever. Nope, it still has a shine. It still looks good. You would kind of have to search for those pellets. And the ones from Pattern Beauty are kind of brown. The scent of Pattern Beauty I don't like because it smells more like patchouli, but the scent of Creole Essence I really do enjoy. Both of them work so beautifully that I would love to have both of those products in my collection. Now for the money, 25 bucks for 15 ounces, I'm more likely to do that again, although I haven't purchased a second jar of it yet. I'm definitely more likely to do that for the Pattern Beauty one than for Creole Essence, but truth be told, there was an Ulta sale and Crayon Essence was on sale, and I had some Ulta points. So I already have backups of the Crayon Essence one. But just moving forward, I would probably, just for the price and it being cost effective, I would probably go the Pattern Beauty route because the results are quite similar between the two. I just want to quickly mention, I'm not going to do a review because I've done this in the past for She Sent It. She also said she was going to be having an early Black Friday sale, which I haven't heard any more news from that because of the shipping times and everything. If you start ordering on Black Friday, she was saying she wanted to do something earlier, but I didn't hear anything about that. Have you guys heard anything about that? But if anything from She Sent It, their passion fruit and flax charcoal scalp detox. I've spoken about this at length. Yes, it detoxifies the hair, but it leaves it feeling oh so moisturized. Okay, let me do an Ottawa comparison, just in the sense of something that can give you a detox, right? A detox, but leave it moisturized. This leaves it more moisturized than the Ottawa one, if I'm being fair and honest. Yet my hair feels really clean. So I would even get this before I get the Ottawa one again, even though I already have the backup of the Blue Tansy Ottawa mask. But this one, and this is more like the shampoo and cleansing phase, but still, so even let's compare that to the Ottawa clarifying Blue Tansy shampoo. I would do this detox before I do that one again. So when I said there are other things in that realm that are of a cheaper price point where I could get the same results, these are actually better results. So the She Sent It passion fruit and flax charcoal scalp detox. And one time I had actually compared this to the Briogeo scalp charcoal detox, which I also like that product too, but this one came out the winner as well. So that's a She Sent It thing you can definitely get. Oh yeah, TGIN. I like this. I like this. I was saying oh because I was thinking of the owner and the news that we got recently of her passing. This is a product, I've spoken about this during previous Black Fridays, but yeah, it was sad news to hear that. I'm sure you all have heard that already too. So yeah, but this is a product you can still support the brand, and you know, it was a brand that she built and definitely cared so deeply about. So seeing her joy, even talking about her products, and you know, then they got into Ulta and so many achievements that she was able to have. And so this is a product, as well as the shampoo from this line, that I will continue to support. I probably won't pick it up this Black Friday because I do have backups of this still left over from last Black Friday or from an Ulta sale. I think she had a great Ulta sale or something there too. But if you're interested in getting the Rose Water Hydrating Mask, this is a thick one. Look at that. But it's a thick one. It'll slide. As you can see, it's sliding now, but it is a thick formula. If I recall, on the ingredient list, it has honey pretty high up. Where's the, I thought honey was in this one. I know she has the other deep conditioner, which many people love, 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 and it has the honey in it. But at any rate, I didn't see honey just now when I was looking at it, but it has a very nice ingredient list. It has, look at this, water and then rose flower extract right there as a second thing. So I can appreciate that since it's called the Rose Water Collection. It does have a cone in there, but ginger extract and ginger root, very nice. Anyway, it's a nice product that leaves my hair feeling really moisturized. And I do like their moisturizing shampoo from this same line. So I say all that to say you can still support TGIN. Also, oh, from the Doux. This one will be a don't get this for me. I know many people are like craving for when she came out. As well, me too. I went to get her new deep conditioner. This one is called Whoa. It smells kind of like a, and I've used multiple jars of this already. It smells kind of like an oatmeal-y, sweet with an oatmeal kind of scent, scented product. It's a conditioner. The ingredient list is that it is really tiny, hard to see. But anyway, another one that I put on my hair and it didn't leave me with any lasting moisture. It was just okay. Scale of 1 to 10 of how it left my hair feeling kind of moisturized. It says deep conditioning mask. Whoa. Hydration treatment. Yeah, I was expecting like out the gate hydration. And scale of 1 to 10, it probably left me at a 6. Yeah, so this is definitely one I doctor up with like hibiscus powder and other things to try and bring more out of it, because just on its own, that's a don't get that for me. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm kind of narrowing down. This I'm just going to do as one kind of collective. There are certain masks masked. There are certain gels from She Scented. The Tahiti gel. She has a gel from her Juicy Curls line. Oh yeah, I have it right here. All right, so the Tahiti cocktail, this is one that would be a get this from She Scented. I've reviewed this in the past too, so nice, delicious scent. This has more of a cast than like the Creole Essence one, but not like some crazy hard cast. Scale of 1 to 10 is probably at a 4, maybe 4.5, maybe 5, right? So it's an average cast, nothing crazy. It can stay in my hair and the next day it doesn't leave any residue at all. This is a non-residue product for me. So the Tahiti cocktail, and the reason I brought out a couple of her gels is because I wanted to say that although they may be different colors, different consistencies, different textures, her more modern day gels all give me the same results. So whether they smell differently, have a different ingredient list, there was something about that base formulation that I guess she uses that part is pretty much the same, because I get the same results, which is a good thing. They've been working for my hair. So the ones that I can recommend, the Tahiti Cocktail Curl Enhancing Jelly Custard, that's one. Also, she has the, and this came out last year, this was the Moroccan Gold Oil Jelly Marmalade. This is a really jiggly, oh, I can't even, it will definitely spill over. There's nothing that, it's peach in color. All her things smell good, as you know. This is like the color of it. Very, very loose and jiggly gel. Kind of almost loose, like almost watery-ish. But does the same results, leaving my hair really defined, really nice cast level of maybe a 4 or 5, 4.5, 5. So, but beautiful. Also recall, maybe I'll just write it at the bottom. That was another one of her gels that I really like. But I also like the Juicy Curl Styling Gel. Again, a different color. This one's kind of clear, not jiggly and loose like the other one, but same results. My hair has it looks healthy, it has a measure of shine, it looks defined, level 4 on the 4 or 5 on the cast scale. This one has let's look at the ingredients. This one has like a slight kind of fruity scent. I know this one has guava in it. Yep, guava, cherry extract, raw honey toward the bottom. It's nice, but again, the same type of performance from all of them. So all the ones that I've just showed you, along with the one that I have hopefully already written at the bottom of the screen, those are all get them from She Scented, and they all perform the same way for me. Another thing from She Scented that I can say you may want to get, and this has like a light sweet scent too, the Royal Honey and Argan Hair Mask. I like this one. I'm interested in trying, because Ashton Curls did mention this in her stash video. It was from this same line, but it's like the buttercream, which I don't believe I'd ever tried that one, so I may want to get that one. And also from, because it's a sister brand, Curl Origin has the More Moisture Please mask. Is another mask that's really, and I know it's now getting to the point where I'm not showing so much of the ingredients, but really this is She Scented, right? So very nice ingredient list. Here we go. I can see aloe leaf juice. This is like the running theme throughout so many of these things that I've been showing. We see the aloe leaf juice in many things. Grapeseed oil, royal honey right here. All right, castor seed oil. Very nice, makes my hair feel moisturized both while it's in it and when I wash it out. Very nice product. So I am interested in getting the buttercream this year. There are many things that you can do to kind of boost the level or enhance the performance of different conditioners that you may have. She sells one. Now I really like the idea of mixing and doing your own thing, because you know what you like and what works best for your hair. But if you do want to buy one that's already packaged, I would say go with the Juicy Curls Moisture Shot, which is pretty much honey. So, which is why I'm like, you can do this on your own. Let me show you the ingredient list. Here we go. Right, and it has pineapple extract in it and other things. It really is the consistency of honey. Look at the first ingredient, raw honey. So it's mainly that, and then it has water, and then it's infused with melon, guava, banana, and so it's very, very nice. But I have put it in, and I have felt that with some conditioners that I've put this product in with, that it has enhanced the moisture levels in that particular conditioner. So this is a good added product that if you want to boost something and you don't want to create your own, but it's prepackaged already. Another company that comes with something that they say you can add to products to boost the moisture. This is going to be a don't get this, because I feel like no. It's from the Main Choice, the Spike It product, right? Power Drip. It's very runny, loose, oily. It's fine, but I feel like it did really nothing whenever I put it into products. I even put it into the conditioner that comes from the same line, and this one is very much, it's a mud mask, but it's very much, I can hold it upside down, very much like clay. And so I put that in it, and I even felt like the combination of the two from the same line, it did nothing. So this from the Main Choice is a totally skip this. They had some really wild sale where the price was super low, and I just hopped on it and I got it. But yeah, completely skip this. Also from the Main Choice, you can skip Pow. I think I got this one through Ulta though, when there was some sale. Skip that. There was also their, oh, but what you can get from the Main Choice, their gelato gel. I've spoken at length about that in the past. That's to get that. As you can see, I'm trying to wrap this up right now. The gel from this same Must Be Magic line, Kazam Poppin' Curls, this holding gel. It's not bad. It's just, I kind of don't like when gels are in pour out bottles like this. Not my favorite. But yes, my curls had more of a cast than I typically like. I prefer things that just feel like your natural curls, but better because it has the moisture and it has things, but not necessarily a hard cast. So this, I would say the cast level, nothing crazy. It was probably at a 5.5, 6, right? So it's not something crazy, but I don't need to purchase this. Also, the packaging I don't like, so that's another thing you can skip. And this one is kind of reflective, so it may be hard for you to see the ingredients there. This was a total waste of money. The little spray refresher from that same line, and you're supposed to shake it, and you can see it in the window like you're mixing the two separate ingredients that are in this product. Useless. This stands not even close to the other spritzers that I've shown you earlier in the video, so that's a definite skip that. Another gel that wasn't bad from the Main Choice from their Amazon collection. It does give me a polished kind of look, and it holds in something where it looks like, you know, my hair has shine. Nice. It just doesn't hold up to gelato. I prefer the gelato gel much more, but it wasn't bad. So if you get this, I don't think you would be disappointed. It's just that the gelato one, which I've reviewed in the past, is much better. And oh, let me tell you about this. And then we're going to wrap it up. 2 more quick things and then we'll wrap it up. My Honey's Child. No, not my, oh, that was the brand I love. Sorry. I mean, Honey's Handmade. I'm looking at it and still my mind is trying to go back to My Honey Child. But anyway, Honey's Handmade. They had this product, which I'm pretty sure I got last Black Friday. And she has a great sale. Not only during Black Friday, but she has had $2 Tuesdays where she sells products for $2, like full-size products for $2, and she had something on Thursdays, and this is outside of Black Friday, which is another reason why I hope none of you will feel pressured or forced to indulge in these companies, especially if the sale isn't looking right, because so many of them do a variety of sales throughout the year, whether it's celebrating the anniversary of when they open their company or whatever it may be. So many of them have sales throughout the year that sometimes are just as good as their Black Friday sale. So anyway, because to get a full-size product for $2, not what I paid for this, but I'm just saying, it's still a great deal. And then she sold last Black Friday, I believe she had some 16-ounce products that were super inexpensive, and I have some of them, and some of them were fine. There's like a Pink Foods conditioner or something like that. Sorry, I'm screwing up the name, but that was good. And she has some other good products. There's one of the co-washes that I like. I had reviewed that in the past. But I got last Black Friday the Coconut Water Slip and Glide Glycerin-Free Gel. I'm going to show you the ingredient list right here as I talk about it. I can tell you I did a twist out with this, and hands down, no question, when I unraveled the twist the next day, the definition was out of this world crazy. It was beautiful. The only problem is super, super dry. My hair was super, super dry. It felt good going on, right? Felt good going on. I was like, wow, this is going to be great. A little creamy product there. Light kind of coconut perfumey scent, and I said this is going to be amazing. And sure enough, the appearance of the hair was great, and the definition was really there, and it had some holds without feeling like a cast, right? So it was nice, but then that moisture, like, my hair really felt like little twigs, so that's not going to work. So what I want to do is kind of figure out how I could potentially use this. maybe I'll try to see what could moisturize it while still leaving it with the hold that I want it to have, but also allowing me to still keep that definition. When I say hold, I mean keep the definition, but still boost in that moisture. So I gotta find some, well, maybe I can't, but I'll try and find some combination. Maybe I'll try to find some means of using this. But the other thing that I was going to say is sometimes you don't even have to try to make something work, because sometimes there are other products that can do it for you. So last Black Friday, and she actually had a sale after Black Friday, which is Unicurl, and she released this elongating twisting cream. So yeah, I didn't find anything about elongating to work for me, but it's a cream and not necessarily giving me so much definition, but it was fine. The definition level, like when I unraveled the twist, it was the most defined. Let's say being a 10, this was leaving my hair at like a 7.5. Like, it looked fine, but the thing that I appreciated is it still felt like even the next day, like it had a level of moisture. 1 to 10, I would say the moisture level the next day was probably at 7.5, 8. So it was good. Like, this is a cool product. I'll show you the ingredient list, and I have another jar of this as well. And then if you want to start spraying it with like a refresher and stuff, it can even last a little longer. So that is great. Let me try to get to the ingredient list right here at the bottom. Yep, and we see glycerin right up there at the top. We also see some soybean oil and coconut oil. But anyway, it's creamy. It's a nice product, performs well. I do appreciate it. But in terms of elongating, no, I don't think it elongates my hair. But it was a fine product. Happy to use it. This I saved just for the sake of the video to tell you garbage. Please, if she has a sale, just skip right on by. This is a way that you can definitely save your Black Friday coins. This is from the Gabrielle Union line, Flawless. It was an edge control. You put it on, 2 seconds later, your edges are completely lifted. And in fact, it makes my, like wherever I've applied it, it feels itchy. So this I saved literally for the sake of the video. Garbage. So that one's gone. But this one right here, Creole L'Essence, they also had a gel that came from that same line, same kind of fruity scent. The only thing with this one is two things. One, it's a really kind of sticky, can you see that? Sticky, kind of tacky formula. Nope, I'm not doing that well. But anyway, maybe you can kind of get the idea. Now, when you apply it, it just feels like a heavy, thick, tacky thing that you put on, and it's just the weight of how tacky and heavy it is that you may feel like, oh, it's going to lay something down. But for me, it's like my hair has to be like already in this style, like taut, like it's being held by something. And then when you put it on, when it finally dries, yes, then it has some holds. But otherwise, you just have to know how to work this one to actually make it work for you. But it has the potential to actually hold your hair, your edges down, but it's going to require some work and some adjustment to figure out how it actually is going to work on your hair. The other thing that I would say of why this is a don't get this is because the residue, especially if you plan on using it not just day one, but you're going to put some more the next day. I have these like globules of just brown gel that has like congealed, and it's just right there, and no, not a good look. So this is a thing that I will not be repurchasing as an edge control. Still, for edge controls, which I have today, is this Alakay Naturals her Hold It styling gel. People actually use this down the length of the hair, but I don't know how, because this feels to me like it leaves my hair frozen. So I wouldn't want my hair, the length of my hair, to feel that way. But the edges, I'm totally fine with it. Keeping it in place, freeze those edges, I'm fine. Do I need to talk about this? This is another detox. This was one, and I don't remember if this was limited edition, so maybe I don't even need to mention this. But this for me is not going to be a repurchase. It's from the Moroccan Gold line Deep Detox Clay Mask. You can see some of the product in here. It did feel like it cleansed my hair, but it didn't leave me with much else, like in terms of lasting moisture and other things. So like if I were to compare that to Ouaia, I would go Ouaia before I go to that detox. But you know, so there are different things. That particular one just wasn't my favorite. I'll just mention this line quickly, just in case anybody, because their sale did start and they're selling everything for $6 from Mayel Organics. I tried the Honey and Oats shampoo and conditioner. To typically her products don't work for me, the majority of them, so I was expecting the same would be here, but, and no need to show you the consistency because it's really similar to a typical shampoo and conditioner, nothing special there. But I was surprised that this didn't perform poorly. It didn't. It's not the most amazing thing, and again, with her $6 sale, did I re-up on this? No, I did not. So, but it was fine. It was an average performing product. It didn't leave my hair dry, didn't give me too much moisture either, but it wasn't as bad as what I was expecting that it would be. So my expectations were pretty low. I bought it and then it exceeded those expectations. But now comparing it to just like regular product, I thought it was just regular run of the mill. It was like a level 5. The conditioning level, the shampoo level, it didn't do anything bad. It didn't do anything amazing. It was just right in the middle. So if you're interested, I don't think this would do anything negative to your hair, and it's listed as being for sensitive scalps. And they also have a balm in that line that you can apply to your scalp, which I didn't purchase that. They have a smoothing hair balm that you can use as like a hair cream. I thought, again, it was just okay. Didn't do anything negative. It was just okay. And what was the other one? She got the oats and honey soothing leave-in conditioner, which I wasn't blown away by this either. This, if anything, from that line, I would say you could ignore these two, the balm and this leave-in, and just go with the shampoo and conditioner, and it was fine. It, again, didn't do anything negative. But when it comes to leave-ins, you cannot touch. This is what I was talking about before. Now, I used to purchase this from, what was that website called? Like shop.naturallycurly.com or something like that. But the last time I went there, they weren't selling. They had like put a pause on selling things, I guess because of the pandemic, and they weren't selling anything anymore. So I don't know if they're going to reopen for Black Friday. Probably not. But anyway, especially hair company, I'm trying to remember if they sell directly from their site. But this is my last jar of this. This is one of the best leave-ins, definitely on my best of leave-in list. This one that I've look at it sliding right there. Oh, deliciousness. A product that I had mentioned, you have to figure out how much to use for you, figure out what that balance is, because if you use too little, you could be like, what is this? This didn't really do anything. If you use too much, you could be like, okay, my hair is overly moisturized now, like too much. But if you find that right balance, it literally has taken me from wash day to wash day. Not with following up with a moisturizer, this being my leave-in and moisturizer. Beautiful product, but it's 35 bucks a jar, so I definitely look to buy this with a sale. But I don't know, I'll see maybe what the company is doing on their website, since this is my very last jar. But anyway, that's it for my quick Black Friday wrap up. Get this, not that. I hope you were able to find something in here that you can pull from. Also, I'll mention melanin hair care from Whitney's line is also being sold through Ulta now, so that's something you can find through Ulta. And maybe if you're using your points or different thing. Also, she's on the Sephora site. The Ulta thing, she had been on Ulta, right? Yes. But it was the Sephora. That was the new one. So she's on Sephora. You can get bread through Sephora. But the Sephora sale has already passed, so maybe forget that. But there will be other discounts and other things coming up. And I hope you're all doing well. Take care. Thank you for riding with me for another Black Friday year. And we will talk soon. Bye.